for anyone who've been doubting themselves as to what this work from home can offer, I would like you to jump in and see for yourself. Hi,
Hey,
Tim.
Belle.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
I'm good.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, well, it's more of a morning for you than it is for me. It's afternoon here. So for
Mhm.
you, 2 a.m., magandang umaga. So, Belle, tell us about yourself.
All right, I'm just the plain simple me. I'm very optimistic about things. I'm always positive because, when you work with a group of people, you always have to be as lively as and as positive as you can be because, you always influence others in the way you feel about things. And of course, you don't like to be giving out the negative impression of what you of things so as not to rain on their thoughts or whatever.
It's good. I like that. And what song will you be performing for us today?
Actually, I've decided on the national anthem, but I quite forgot it.
Oh, that's okay. Then we'll go to some questions. So, Belle, you are the one in charge of career.
Hmm.
What
Yes,
does
I
that
am.
mean? We can say your official title. You won't take your official title. I think you're intimidated by your official title,
Most
which is
probably I am. I'm currently the director of career, and of course, still everybody calls me ate. So nobody calls me ma'am, or else they get off-boarded instantly. Kidding. Or- so with the
Char.
kind of job that yes, Char, with the kind of job that I have, I just appreciate so much. I appreciate it so much, and to have a lot of people working together with me and not working for me and the company, that's really different. You, as a leader, you should say, you always have to walk the talk. Whatever you want them to be doing, you have to be doing it yourself.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And it's not you work for me, you work with me. Like no one
Yes,
works for me.
exactly.
No one does anything for me. It's with me. We're partners in all this. I love your analogy. So before coming to Cyberbacker, have you worked online before?
Yes, but actually it wasn't full time because I've worked for different industries. But then there was a time I worked as an ESL tutor. So at that time, I catered to students of different nationalities, different ages. But then it wasn't really full time. I just
Mm.
had friends who I've worked with before in some companies I was with, and they were all based abroad. So they kind of tapped me if in case they needed somebody to, teach some people. They'd want to have a great teacher. Kidding. And I was always tapped as the funny teacher. So probably that adds spice to me being better than others.
Oh, so it was like a soft tap or like a hard tap. I'm just kidding. Well, because you're a parent too, so you know what I'm talking about. So originally, way back before Cyberbacker and all this, what originally attracted you to working online?
Personally, it was more likely of I wanted to spend more time with my kids.
Mm.
But setting personal goals or anything, I wanted to be working and continue on with my career. And of course, um, like I would like to be more productive and spend more time focusing on the job that I have rather than spending it commuting and um, and on other things. So that's what attracted me here. So having a career and having a job that I would like to be doing for the rest of my life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're doing fantastic. So we hope you're enjoying it for your entire life. What are some of the goals you plan to accomplish by working here at Cyberbacker?
Well, personal goals, everybody has that. And I think I've mentioned a few to you during the time we had that conversation
Hmm.
before I had taken this position. But then after some time, it kind of changes. It's like I have looked more into aligning my goals into the goals of the company. But then, isn't it once you recognize that the company you're working for would help you get to your personal goals, you get more focused to the company's goal because you know it will lead you to what you would want to achieve in the long term for yourself.
Completely agree. Completely agree with that. So love that.
So yeah, so the goal is of course to keep the game going, um, enjoy what I have here, and um, I know that we're looking towards having like 15,000, growing into 15,000
Mhm.
by the year of 2025. And of course, with the job that I have here, the goal personally is of course, to be able to inspire more people into getting on board and for them to also experience what we have here in Cyberbacker.
Completely agree. Yeah, we're let's see, are we below 2,000 days yet? It's getting close. What's our
Mm-hmm.
I have it on my phone. I look at it every day. I just sometimes forget when I read it. 2001 days right there.
Mm-hmm.
2001 days to get 15,000. Last I checked, it's about 8 jobs a day. And that's a lot of work. I mean, on average, just because of stats, how many people do we have apply roughly every single day?
If we look at it on a daily basis, we get like around 400 applications. Last week alone, we
Hmm.
had a total of 1,634 applications for last week. And to this date, for this week, we're already close to 1,400. And it's still midweek.
Yeah. So it's going really well. You're doing well. So, what do you like most in your position as a career backer or the director, the one in
Um,
charge, the ate of career?
all right. The thing that I like most is that I get to inspire people to hit their goals. That's it. For yes, I enjoy working with a lot of people. I enjoy the collaboration. Um, I enjoy the things that we do here. Um, but then I think what I like most really is to be able to be one of the catalysts for these people to keep on get on doing their job and to do it well.
Oh yeah, I got to tell you, like one of the my favorite things about like I've done most jobs in this company. There's very few I haven't done originally because in the beginning there were just a few of us. So I got to experiment and play with about everything. My favorite is the people you work with, your team members in career. Like you are the leader for them. You are the mentor. I mean, you are the person that is when they had a bad day, you've got to apply the firm hand, and when they have a great day, it's a big pat on the back and just that sense of pride in the people that you've went ahead. And I know how leadership is because leaders, a great book called Leaders Eat Last. And I know what that means is that you're putting their success sometimes above your own so they can grow and be even better. And it's like a parent, you know?
Right,
And
right.
it's like being a parent to adults here in career, helping them go out and parent, stuff like that. And I got to tell you, it's one of the coolest things ever. It is. And there's really
Correct.
nothing like it. So,
Because as you have noticed, we have a lot of young people in career, and
mhm.
then at times they're quite apprehensive, or they have these reservations in themselves that they just need somebody to push them and make them believe that they could do it and that they could own the job even without them having prior experience. So I really feel great about that.
Yeah, yeah, and great job with that. So, working online at Cyberbacker, not those other online jobs. Does it pay good?
Yes, very much. I came from a time when you had to really pull strings to um, have whatever have whatever you have earned last up until the next paycheck. But now
Oh
I
yeah,
see myself being able to save up, and before the pizza day or the Jollibee time, comes like once a month if there is anything extra. But now I find myself giving treats to my kids, to my children, to my family more often um, than before.
That's really cool. I haven't heard that before. By the way, like me, my own childhood, it's like you had pizza. It's like that was a once every 6 months thing. Like that didn't
Hmm.
happen. And you talk about having savings, just the ability to do that. I think people, I mean, they miss out on that in savings. There's interesting statistics. I don't know the currency exchange difference, so I'm not going to quote actual numbers, but
Hmm.
most people basically don't have savings. Most people on the planet owe more money than they're worth, means that
Correct.
they're in debt. The average person is in debt. And to have savings means you're not in debt, which is
Right.
awesome, awesome, awesome. So, how does working in or in career give you personal fulfillment?
Personal fulfillment in ways that I'm not a politician or someone in the government who could change, let's say, lives directly by having this and that, but I know that I'm giving back to society with giving more chances and hopes to these people to be employed because of the jobs that we have and the jobs that we offer them, and us inspiring them to come aboard and join us here at Cyberbacker and see the difference that this company could make to their lives. That's actually what fulfills me.
You just spoke right to my heart because that's it for me too. And I got to tell you, we've hired some amazing people that just astound me because they're just so awesome. They're great, truly great people. And the only reason that they haven't gone further in life than they already are is they've just never been given the opportunity.
Right.
And to have the opportunity for people so you can watch them, you can witness them become the best they've ever been. To see those messages, I bought my first car, I bought my first house, I have money in the bank, I have savings, I'm able to comfortably put my kids through school. Um, those things, I'm able to take care of my parents. I mean, that just, there's nothing better. So I love that. I love that. Belle, if there was one piece of advice that you would give people here watching, just one thing they could take away, what would that be?
In everything that you do, always be and everything that you have, always be thankful. And every time you have this job, always perform as if it's your first day. Every time, no matter how hard or difficult it goes, just keep pushing. You know, you may have that pause. It's a pause, so it's not a stop, so it's just probably a pause for you to think and reevaluate things. But I would like you to reevaluate in a way that you just think of how you could be a better person or a better worker for that matter. And then push forward, push forth.
I love that. Belle, I always learn a lot from you. One of my favorites, you said a lot of, I mean, highly intelligent things. One of my favorites of all times is you said something, and I'm totally going to botch the phrasing. You said something about remember when you were praying for this job.
Right.
How does that go again? Remind me.
Um, when the going gets tough, always go back to the day when you have prayed for this job.
Yeah. And I knew I'd totally get it wrong, but I got to tell you, we've all had bad days. We all have rough days. That's just called being human. And they make you better. And that quote right there of going back to, I can remember, we've had tough days here at Cyberbacker, but I can remember what it was like praying that this company works. I can remember praying that, one of the times when the world's coming crashing down and PayPal took all our money, we had to make payroll. And I can remember praying, and it's your words, that this company would work. And it was a lot of faith. And just going back to it, it's got me through a lot of tough times. I think those are very comforting words for everybody. So, Belle, I appreciate you. You're a great leader. You're a great person. And you make a big difference in a lot of lives. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, Craig, I would like to personally thank you for everything. If there is one success story that you would like to share to anyone, I hope that includes me. Because before this, you already know, I've had tough times. And it's just that I am so thankful and I would like to pay it forward to everyone. And of course, uh, for anyone who have been doubting themselves as to what this work from home can offer, I would like you to jump in and see for yourself. We have a lot of success stories here, and a super thank you there.
Well, I hope I'm one of your success stories.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for.